Hi, it's Garrett from Upper Edge Property Management, and in this week's video, I'm going to be talking about licensing and property management, but more specifically, why do you need a license to manage properties in Manitoba? This goes back to the Manitoba Securities Commission, but even further back to that, the definition in the Canadian Real Estate Association's manual on the definition of a real estate transaction. Now, a real estate transaction, most people think about that as a sale. You know, somebody is going to be advertising something for sale. A realtor has to be licensed to do that. Obviously, somebody can sell their own house privately, but you can't sell a house for somebody unless you're a licensed realtor. Well, the definition of a real estate transaction actually extends into a lease. So the renting of real property is also considered a real estate transaction. And because of that, all of those activities also have to be licensed under the purview of the Manitoba Securities Commission. A property manager like ourselves has to take an education component. We have to take a course. We have to register as a brokerage. They have a trust account. They have to, because they're dealing with other people's money. Now, a lot of smaller landlords, smaller property managers, it used to be people would think there's a loophole. And what I mean by that is they thought that if they took the rent from the tenant and deposited it directly into the owner's account, their actual bank account, and then took a fee for service, they're kind of bypassing that whole trust account thing. But the fact is that's still illegal. As soon as you touch that money, hold that trust money, because you're holding money on behalf of somebody else, it's a real estate transaction. It's considered trust money. You have to be licensed with the Manitoba Securities Commission. Even if the money doesn't change hands, you are a property manager if you're doing that. And if you're doing it for something, somebody, and it's for a property that you don't have an ownership stake in, you have to be licensed. There's a lot of information. I encourage you to call or go to the website for the Manitoba Securities Commission. Obviously, there is a Manitoba Real Estate Association and the Winnipeg Realtors that can also help with this. But hopefully that gives you some information. Thanks for watching today.